go. Okay. Long time no see. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor. If you're new here, I am a college student and a young professional, and I make videos all about my life in hopes of connecting with and inspiring people just like you and I. Today I'm going to be talking about why YouTube is the #1 thing on my resume and in my general experience time and time again, and maybe why you should consider starting a YouTube channel, revamping your YouTube channel, or adding your YouTube channel to your resume. And be sure to stick around till the end of the video because I'm going to show you exactly how to showcase YouTube on your resume in a professional manner. For a little backstory on this, I knew that YouTube was a good thing on my resume from the beginning when I had like no professional experience, just because I had put so much time into it. I had been somewhat successful in it and I just needed to fill my resume up. So I put YouTube on there. But every single professional interview I have had for something related to my career, the main thing they want to talk about is YouTube in the interview. And then the 2 internships I have landed, once I got the internship and came in, they wanted to know about what kind of best uses I was using on my YouTube, what I was doing to have things perform well in order to make their content perform well. Or they always wanted to just talk about it, and people are always really impressed with a YouTube presence because not everyone has it and it's a little unique. No matter how much professional experience I get, I will leave YouTube on my resume because it speaks a lot about me in general, like the general professional world, but also specifically in my career. I am going into the marketing space, the social media space, the digital marketing space, somewhere in there. I don't know. I haven't graduated yet, so the time is close. First, I want to touch on why YouTube is so great for just professionalism in general, not just for me being in marketing, but just me as a candidate in general for any position. First of all, I think that YouTube and like having a strong YouTube presence, and that doesn't mean getting a ton of views. So let me put that disclaimer right here. Just because your YouTube channel doesn't have a ton of views, but if you still have 50 or 100 videos, it shows that you are passionate about something. It shows that you can dedicate to something and stick with it and continue doing it even if it's not having a direct payout for you. It also shows great time management. When I was in high school, I was posting 3 YouTube videos a week. I would post on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and that took a lot of time management. So when I tell interviewers that I posted 3 videos a week, they're really impressed with that. And I always mention, so now of course I recently have not posted on YouTube that much, so I say now I have a lot more professional obligations, so it's a little bit more on the back burner, but I want to get back into it, is usually what I say. Because I am getting back into it. Here I am. Hi, hello. I'm like filming in front of my window and you can hear cars, I'm sorry. Having a YouTube channel also shows that you are teachable and that you're a self-starter, because when you join YouTube, when you join the video production world, there's a huge learning curve there. I taught myself everything: how to use my camera, how to edit videos, how to do SEO, how to do marketing, how to edit photos. There's so much stuff on the back end of YouTube, working with brands, that is a learning curve. So it's important to be able to spin that and say, yes, I taught myself all of these things. Maybe there's a place that you're falling short of in the job that you're applying for, then it shows that you could easily teach yourself, or you could easily be taught by someone else quickly, pick it up quickly and utilize it right. It also shows that you're creative, which creativity is great for every single career. And lastly, it shows a professional side. I always like to flex, I was 17 years old, I was working with brands like Glossier, Doe, Shein, and Zaful. Some of those brands have had scandals, etc., and sometimes I will address that as well. For instance, Shein and Zaful we know are fast fashion. It's a little, not risque, but people look down on Shein and Zaful, so sometimes in an interview, especially if it's a more progressive company, I will say, in the future, I want to make sure that any brands I might work with 100% align with my values, da-da-da-da. But it shows that you're professional and that I was able to work one-on-one with these huge brands, and it was just myself. I didn't have a manager, I didn't have a mentor, I hadn't didn't have my parents helping me. I just had to figure out for myself. So it really shows that you have that professional aspect. And then specifically, if you are someone in the marketing space, the sales space, any kind of content space, whether that be design, video, photo, anything in that space, YouTube can serve as like a portfolio for you. And I always usually will say my YouTube is a little bit more for fun. I tend to make sure to put that it's for fun and redirect them to my real portfolio, because my real portfolio tends to have like the more professional, more showcasing like my actual skills, because YouTube sometimes, if it's a vlog, I'm just cutting it, I'm throwing it up, it doesn't necessarily showcase the best that I can do. But it is a good solid starting place, especially if you have good views, because if you have good views, specifically in marketing or anything where having eyes on your content matters, then I'm able to back up what I say I can do. If I say I'm good at search engine optimization, but my videos have like no views, then it would kind of not be true. They're like, okay, well, if you're good at search engine optimization, how are you supposed to make our YouTube videos have a lot of views if your videos don't have a lot of views? So it's a great way to be able to say, look at this. For instance, my channel has 4.5 million views. So I'll say, look at this, I have 4.5 million views, 30-something thousand subscribers that for the last 5 years, and I know how to implement these different tools. I also think having a YouTube channel shows that you can easily hop on trends, you can follow trends, because a lot of times in YouTube, you're making videos that are similar to what other people are making. Say for instance, like Among Us is really big right now. So a lot of big YouTubers have been making Among Us streams. Or if there is another big trend, like a couple years back, there was a thing like rating Coachella outfits, something like that. You know how to ride a trend, and you can easily showcase that through your YouTube channel. Now I'm gonna talk a little bit about how to put YouTube on your resume. I have had several different resumes throughout the past few years when I've officially entered the professional space, and it's important that whatever field you're going into, you are able to mold whatever's on your resume, not just YouTube, but whatever's on your resume, to be transitionable, applicable to the job that you're applying for or the field that you're applying for. My devices crash. I have the worst luck with technology recently, so if you want to donate, just listen to her purr. If you want to donate a laptop or a phone to me, it would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so I only have 3 dots here for YouTube. This is exactly what it says. First of all, I say content creator at YouTube, and sometimes employers will be a little confused. Like recently I had an interview and they said, okay, so is this your personal channel or you actually worked for YouTube? And I say, oh, it's just my personal channel, but it doesn't matter because my views are so amazing, and also whatever gets you the interview. If you want to explain something in the interview, that's fine. Landing the interview is the hardest part, in my opinion. First, I say create shareable viral style content. So mine is in present tense. If you had a YouTube and you no longer upload, might be in past tense, but present. And I say, then you want to put action words. You want to say results. So what I have here is I have amassed over 4.5 million views, and amassed is like a great word. I love that. 4.5 million views and 36,000 subscribers. And I also want to say your view count does not have to be that high. If you feel like your view count is not amazing, then don't put it in there. But even if your view count is in the couple thousands, which if you're making consistent content, it will reach the couple thousands very quickly. Just put that. Or even like, don't put the specific number, put the growth. I can't do math, but say you were getting 50 views when you first started your channel and now you're getting 100 views. That is a 100% engagement increase. So put that on there. And then I say that I produce promotional content for dozens of brands, including X, Y, and Z. Some other examples. Here we have under my videographer, these are also things that you could add under YouTube, things such as working one-on-one with diverse clientele. You could say attracted a diverse audience. utilize social media marketing to grow client base. You could say utilize social media marketing to grow viewer base. And create compelling visual stories is great. Created consistent content X times a week, posted once a week. Things that just show what you're doing and are actionable. And you also could, if you have a very specific niche, like let's say for example, you're going into finance and you make YouTube videos about finance. You could say, which this is a great idea as well, if the creative space is totally irrelevant to your career, you could make YouTube videos about something similar to your career and say created content about XYZ, educated individuals on XYZ, things of that nature. And that, my friends, is why YouTube continues to time and time again be one of the top items on my resume and in my experience, and why it is always what I spend the most time talking about in my interviews, not because I put it there, but because my interviewers usually put it there. They usually ask the most questions about it and are most impressed by it. I hope you guys found this video useful. I hope you add YouTube to your resume. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a like. If you stayed this long, it helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.